Okay, what's going on, guys? So in this one, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how I made $295 on RR, the RichTech Robotics company. So yeah, in this one, I'm going to break down my entries, my exits, my thought processes, and how I could have done better overall. So typically, I like to see things shake out in the pre-market, and usually I like to see them shake out in the first 5 minutes, but this one's a little bit different and did go against some of my rules. But nonetheless, a win. I was in and out really quick. As you can see, you'll see some arrows here on my chart. I've customized these and coded these in myself. It will show you the reversals, the best price to buy, and when a stock is getting stopped out. So yeah, as you can see, the first 30 minutes of the market, you saw a nice reversal. It held up pretty well. And then right before market open, it stopped a lot of people out, going from 10,000 shares on this candle with a lot of selling pressure with no wicks on this red candle to the same being done on this 45,000 volume candle, getting a reversal right before market open, and then a nice gap up into the 210s. So from there, it pulled back in the first minute. And then I got long after breaking this previous stop losses candles high. So we got the open within the last like 8 seconds before this candle was about to close in the 1 minute chart. I went long knowing it was going to hold up as this is where the price was standing at the time. So I got in at $2.146. So 2.146 is where I entered. And then from there, I held long until I got this little pop here. And I've been selling a little early lately and still did that again today, but I was getting a little bit closer to the top. So in just the first 2 minutes, or just under 2 minutes of holding this stock, I was able to make sell at 222. And so I was almost able to make 3% as I bought just under 4,000 shares on this one. Yeah, so it was a pretty sweet trade overall. What I should have done differently is probably wait for this pullback into the low of day, and which was the previous pre-market, well, it showed a new low, higher low, and then this became the low day at the open of the market. Made this nice pop and then bounced back off. I could have probably re-entered in the 212s. Would have been cheaper than the price I got in at 214.6, but nonetheless, a nice little win into this pop here and up over, as you can see, the month of December, I'm up over $1,400. So for $1,423.91. And these have been my winning trades from this month, from December 1st. Yeah, so overall, pretty good trade. As you can see, just to break down this trade further, when I see a reversal, I typically, and this goes for each new reversal signal I get, I like to buy underneath the open of a reversal candle. So the candle opened here, closed here. So it opened at $2.10 at 9:04 a.m. And then at almost 9:05 a.m., it closed at $2.12. The next candle closed below the open and might have even just barely just closed above the low of this candle, holding up pretty well. And this is my first entry I look to buy typically in the market hours. I just like to see what's going on in the pre-market for things like this and how I can make money in the first couple of seconds or minutes in the market. So overall, it held up pretty well. And I knew that this coming down right into market open was a good, as it did a lot of this last week, it would come up greatly into the and make highs rather. It made highs into the pre-market early on, and then once market opened, it crashed into the open, and that's where I was typically buying a lot last week. Yeah, so these signals kind of represent the reversals going red to green, and then these dips are typically where I signal myself as the best and cheapest spot to buy. So I don't get FOMO and buy the immediate reversal. Because would you rather buy and risk from 209 to 209, or would you rather buy from 212 and risk down to 209 if that's your range you're risking, right? So it's about minimizing your risk. So on this one, I didn't really do that. It was more of a momentum play. Going to try to stay away from those more and more as best I can. But this momentum just looked too great, and it was breaking above highs of the pre-market and held up pretty well. Um, a lot of newbie traders buy that momentum, especially over VWAP. That's definitely a mistake of mine. I'll look to do less of. But nonetheless, momentum wise, it did crack above the candle that had a stop loss and a lot of selling pressure. And I just immediately thought that would be a reversal, which it was. But yeah, you can clearly see that risk was 4.75%, and the gain was for 6.39%. So 1.4 to 1, not the best ratio odds, which is what I like to preach. You want the best ratio possible, like how we just discussed here. Would you rather buy this dip and risk down to the low of this candle and risk from 206 to 205 to make this gain? Or would you rather risk from 215 to the low of 205? So yeah, not really the best trade there, especially money management wise. Um, but overall, I mean, I'm pretty happy with how I've made $1,400 in literally over the last three trades between today, yesterday, and Friday. I'm up 723. So yeah, only taking trades when I have the time to between work and yeah, like I said, my free time, and doing pretty well part-time trading. So hopefully I can keep this up into 2025. And yeah, it was just a quick little breakdown of what I was seeing. But yeah, just for next time, I want to see this play, just like how we see these spikes over VWAP and it come back through um, down below VWAP and get those reversals. That's how we want to buy. We want to buy the opposite. Want to see a spike down through VWAP. Let's just make sure we can see this. We get some reversals here. So to notice some examples similar to the play I had. So typically I want to see a break above this stop loss candle open and get that reversal immediately, but we don't get that break above anytime soon. It kind of consolidates, makes new lows. Yeah, a few more areas we would look to enter. We get that break right here. We get the reversal and break above this red candle. So our low would now go to lower day. Or you could even think about getting out a little bit at the low of this candle if that were to happen. But you can see that held up pretty well going all the way into the VWAP. But you can see like the risk reward wasn't really there. So buying close to 195, risking down to 174 wouldn't be the best trade, especially on a 1 minute chart. If we could check out the 2 minutes. Okay, well, yeah, we got a nice little reversal at 2:06 a.m. Get that dip buy, risking low of day. As you can see, I'll zoom in here for you guys. We get the reversal. This was the previous low of day. It makes a new low of day on the reversal. This candle closes, we move over. When we get a new low of day, but it never closes below the low of our reversal candle, which is a great sign that it's holding this level of 176. Then we get a second reversal. So it double bottoms once, twice here, and then finally pops up. Another reversal, some dip buying opportunities, and then reaches VWAP. And you should pretty much be all out when selling into VWAP for the most part, at least a majority of your position size. So yeah, probably should have been a little more patient. Some good opportunity on this 2 minute chart as well. You get the reversal, the dip buy, risking low of day, and then that spike into the previous highs. So this wouldn't have been the best play because it's above VWAP in all of these closing of these candles, except for this little dip buy here. So this would be our only chance to get in. And this was another great way to get in as well. You have a reversal, a dip buy, another reversal signal, and then it goes into VWAP. So yeah, a few lessons to take away here. Again, try not to be too hard on myself about this because I am winning, but it's kind of like a game. The less you think about the money and more about the aspect of that overall, it's a game of buying and selling. The more enjoyable it will be and less stressful it will be. So, and then therefore, most of my best trades come from the stress being at its lowest. But yeah, just waiting for those red to green and then dip buying into the lows. And you should pretty much minimize your risk from that point. Little momentum play, like I said. More, I want to stay away from that, buying only under VWAP, but overall up $1,423.91 in December and $723 in the last since Friday, and today's Tuesday. So pretty pleased with that overall. Yeah, a lot of great plays though this morning, um, and opportunities, but the job is to find the play and get the best outcome you can from your skills and experience in each of those plays. And yeah, wow, this is a great opportunity too, going from the ones all the way to the sevens or almost nearly sevens. That's pretty insane. Um, this gapped up 50% nearly on the day under view up a reversal and is up 246%. That's incredible. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's so many plays in the day. Um, it's hard to just when you are focusing on one play, you want to make sure that all your attention's on that one stock and it's doing, you can see here, same thing on JTAI, reversal breaks above the high of the stop loss candle that happened previously to try to shake some people out. And then a nice little pop going from 830 all the way to the 980s for a 20% gain. That's pretty sweet too. So there's a lot of opportunity right in the beginning of the market open. And you can see that it held pretty well against VWAP and against this stop loss candle and this one as well. This is the 2 minute, this is the 1 minute. So back to back, three candles in a row. And then that momentum just kind of carries. You want to sell into these pops, not get greedy. You can see there's clearly an opportunity to make 10% and then up to 17% on this little run here. I typically have an average account gain per day of around like 3% is my goal. But overall, yeah, a lot of opportunities. It's really heating up, and I'm just hoping to keep this win streak alive, not change anything because I got a good thing rolling right now. Um, but yeah, like I said, a lot of opportunities, and I look forward to breaking down the next one, hopefully Thursday and Friday. But yeah, until then, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, drop them below in the comments. And yeah, enjoy the holidays. Take care. Bye bye.